Is it possible for me to learn two more spells from that one priest's son's book?
Yeah, I believe he had every spell up to a level cap within that book, and it's for public use, so you can access it anytime.
Sweet.
By the way, what level of spells can you cast at this point?
I think only level 3 or 2. Let me double check with you for you.
I'm sorry, what?
Only I can only cast up to level 2 spells. I haven't even reached 3 yet.
Alright. So, we are recording, and who wants to do the dramatic recap of last week's events?
Gozar, would you like the honors? If I do, I'm gonna sound like I'm tired.
Well, I mean, it'd be wrong for me to do it because I have no idea what happened.
Same here.
Alright, so last time we left off, we ended up going to a volcano. I popped in halfway through where we found ourselves amongst the presence of a wood giant of some sorts, and we befriended him. And in return for befriending him, we had to give him food, which coincided with our objective to find a panther. We murdered the panther. Well, Ivy murdered the panther, but found out he had just murdered the mate to a pregnant feline cat. So there's that. After getting a reward from the giant after feeding him, we headed up to the volcano to face a flame moth. Along the way, we found ourselves up against some other wood giants who gave us a bit of some trouble. No thanks to Avre. And then we confronted the flame moth itself, where it proceeded to hand us our ass with a fire breath, and then take off the head of Sete, our very cute and adorable, lovable barbarian moth folk.
And I have her head. And also the head of the moth eater, the flammable moth eater, and I made it into a fashionable helm. Ever burning.
You're your character's gonna be so disturbing. We can't even walk the town without people gazing at you like, what the fuck?
And I also have Sete's head wrapped in my pairs of uh, uh, death moth wings. Safely secure.
I would say that I would rate that a 3 out of 10 when it comes to storytelling.
That sounds about right. Again, I just woke up and I'm drinking my damn Rockstar. Leave me alone. And I only entered halfway through. If anybody knew more, it would be Ivy or Zelata.
You must be playing Guitar Hero.
Alright, so you guys are currently in town. So, do you want to interact in town first, or do you want to ASAP get back to the giant and your squire?
Well, I need to hold a funeral for Sete first. That's like job number 1 for a paladin.
Alright. You can bury her in the town graveyard, or you can bury her in the woods near where she fell.
I will ask the party what they think would be best.
Gurun's too busy. Do we still have Tiger?
Tiger, Maddie, and the wood giant are all in the same spot in the middle of the pathway.
Yeah, we kind of left them all together.
He's gonna go check on the on Tiger to make sure that he hasn't been eaten.
All right. So Gozar wants to do a funeral. Goran wants to check on the NPCs. Vashtar, what do you want to do?
I am currently reading through the book of spells to learn 2 more spells.
Okay, so you are with the local authority and his kid at the local church. Or, yeah, you're with the local cleric and his son studying. Zalatar, what is your character doing?
Hang on, I'm loading up my character screen right now. This fucking computer's acting so slow.
Gozar, you mentioned you wanted to do a funeral. Are you talking to the cleric to get permission to bury in the local graveyard, or are you burying her in the woods?
I was trying to ask the party where they wanted to bury her.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Zalatar. What did you say?
So are we in a town now? We're not in the mountain yet?
Yeah, everybody returned to town to collect their reward because I wanted everyone to be able to update that on their character sheets. So,
What the fuck is up, Kyle? Hey, Zeno.
hey, how's it going? Ivy,
Yes.
everyone is currently in town and we're debating what to do. Goran wants to go check on Maddie, the wood giant, and Tiger. Vashtar wants to go to the church and learn some more spells. What is your character doing while everyone is mulling about town or wandering around?
Ivy's probably gonna go check on her giant friend.
Okay. And does anyone have an opinion on where the body of Sete should be buried?
Gold Soldier, a paladin.
I'm
You got
asking
any
the party where
recommendation?
I'm asking the party where she should be buried.
Garand will ask, "Did did she fight with honor?"
Yes.
Then she
Character.
should be. Then she should be buried in the battlefield that which she was at.
Oh yeah, let's just climb up a volcano and do that.
Yeah, we're not going to the volcano again, mate.
I'll settle for the woods.
I agree.
Oh, it sounds like a fine place. Maybe at the base of a volcano.
Oh, I was gonna send a letter. I forgot.
Not too late. I already Maddie sent her letter.
Garand's gonna look at our other hobgoblin and he goes, "Why are you holding her head?"
Why does it matter to you?
It is, you should only carry the heads of your defeated enemies.
It's just in case we find something to revive her with. Besides, she's nicely packed and cleaned in my backpack. So no bother.
I'm going to look at Zaltar and I'll be like, you realize that no one around here has that good of magic.
Exactly
Only
why.
the priest or Fotismos herself could bring back Sete. There is no chance that we could bring Sete back.
There's always a chance with Vartismos.
Besides, it is rather disrespectful of said dead to have missing body parts in their grave.
Garand finishes. It is what you are doing is dishonorable. Put her head back.
Fine. And I guess I'll do so.
I'll then head off in the woods towards volcano and start making the gravesite.
All right, it's going to take a couple of minutes of travel time for most of the party to get over to the woods. Vashtar, do you have anything you want to talk to the local cleric about before we hop over to them?
I would like to approach the cleric's son and present the ingredients that we attained for the spell banishment.
Yes, the boy who's... Did I write down his name? I'll call him Boy for right now while I look up his name. But yes, as you bring to him the ingredients for the scroll of banishment, he goes, "Yes, this is exactly what I need. It'll take me only a few moments. Feel free to browse the library while I work." And you see him pull out a piece of parchment, lay down a small inkwell and a feather, and then he starts to wave his hands, placing the items that you have accumulated start to infuse themselves directly into the paper. The quill animates, dips into the ink, and starts magically writing as he waves his hands with arcane sigils appearing in front of him as he does so. It looks like it'll take about a minute or two.
Alright, while he's doing that, I'll do as he says. I'd like to browse his library.
All right, while you do so, you can either take a look at the spells and add them now, or you can make an investigation check to find any other interesting books that might be around.
I already added the spells, so I'll take a look around for any interesting, anything.
All right, make an investigation check to find anything interesting or relevant.
God damn it, Avery.
Wrong cat.
Oh, thank God. Oh, fuck.
Hey, Avra is trying her best, okay? Don't judge her.
Avery has been after us since. I don't know when.
Yes, of course, she just makes me get shitty rolls, but that doesn't mean we have to be mad at her. You're doing great, Avra. Now please give him a good roll. Yeah, Avra just doesn't fucking like you,
Oh,
mate.
a lot better than last time, at least. The last.
All right, what did you get?
I rolled an 11.
All right. The only thing you find that seems even remotely relevant is a dusty old book. The title is worn off, and it has faded, almost completely worn off pictures of cartoon depictions of moth eaters.
So it's like a book that might have some information on moth eaters.
Possibly. As you open up the book, you see the text is horrendously faded, borderline unreadable. You might need to either make a very high perception check or cast some sort of spell to repair it, because it is almost illegible.
Well, mending won't help because it doesn't repair ink. That I learned from another campaign. Don't know if there is a. I don't have access to a spell that might be able to fix it, so I'm going to attempt that high perception.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Avery, please be with me. And I'm in the wrong chat. Ooh, 20 fucking one. Thank you, Avray. It's my fucking birthday.
Nice. Now, a good chunk of the book is the ink is smeared to be completely illegible, but one section that is completely clear, at least as far as, well, clear as far as, clear can get on this. The ink is faded, but it's still legible, and you see an entry about the restless Motheater.
The restless moth eater.
As you read through this entry, you see that it describes an ordinary mothfolk who was murdered by his family for an unknown reason. And shortly after his murder, they skipped town and ran away with all of his possessions, never to be seen again. Shortly after his violent murder, he came back from the dead as a moth eater and started tearing through people. He has been since been chained, metaphysically speaking, to a diorama not too far from here. In fact, I believe it should be on your map. Legend says that he can move through walls. He's resistant to mundane attacks. But he absolutely despises the sunlight. And the very last thing it says before the ink is completely rubbed away is that he is known to drain people's life force.
Well, yeah. Through that bit of knowledge, I know where we can go for our next freaking milestone level up, but I'm not too sure about this creature. What about you guys? From hearing that out of
I
character.
I want to write a letter to the princess informing her how far we've come and what we've done, and ask her a question.
I already sent a letter about that, so
Now, in character, Garand is just he wants to finish his the mission that he was set out to do. Give the frickin' tiger back. Like, but out of character, I wouldn't mind more adventures.
well, we got like another big adventure with Dalvazar and the whole he's helping rebuild the drow population through by helping the brood mother. We need to level up again. But yeah, do you think we can fight something like that, Godazar? That's why I was asking out of character, what's your guys' opinions on that kind of enemy?
I mean, I think I have an attack that will work just fine.
Okay, so I looked it up. The just for the sake of context, because I forgot to specify it earlier, the local cleric is named Fibroan. I forgot to remind you of that. And then his son, which I don't believe I specifically named earlier, his name is Wingbeat.
Wingbeat.
So you were in the. So you're currently in Fibroan's library. His son Wingbeat is casting a spell to conjure up your scroll. He does manage to conjure it within minutes, and he comes walking towards you as you're reading this book about this restless moth eater, and he goes, "Well, you look like you found something interesting."
Indeed. Little story tale about the restless moth eater.
Ooh, that's a terrifying one. Some people believe it isn't true. I mean, the whole thing is just a compilation of rumors, really. People go missing and people die all the time. Honestly, from what I've heard, the man the moth folk referenced committed suicide. I don't know where all this murder stuff is even coming from.
Hmm. It might be interesting to see if there's any truth to this story. But if the story's foretelling this moth eater as dangerous as it says, it could pose quite the problem.
Well, yes, I suppose if there really was such a haunted specter, it could tear apart an ordinary person. But you look pretty strong. But I'd recommend bringing a entire party with you. If the legends are true, he will tear through a lone wanderer with ease.
Out of character, especially a lone wanderer with only 18 fucking HP. Hmm. Bashar will nod like, agreed. Well, this is something to discuss with the party. So how did it go?
All right, we're actually going to put you on pause. The party has now reached Maddie, Tiger, and the wood giant. What would you all like to do once you get there?
Uh, Goran's immediate. Go ahead, Gozar.
I'm making the grave. That's my only job.
All right, as you start digging the grave, Cedar the wood giant kind of leans over your shoulder and be like, "Ugh, having trouble?"
Giant.
Actually, do you understand Goblin?
I believe you stated previously you do because you are a bugbear.
Yes, bugbears speak goblinoid.
Avatar.
Just making sure.
There's like only two, three people in the entire party that wouldn't be able to speak Goblin normal.
I'm just making sure.
The only person that can speak goblinoid is Vashtor.
Uh, what up? Oh, right, never mind. Hobgoblin. Yeah.
Yeah, their party's hobgoblins, bugbear, and two rangers who chose the language they learn goblinoid.
If you dig hole, Cedar help dig hole. And he just takes his gigantic hand, grabs a piece of earth, and with a single scoop gets like this 6 foot deep trench out and just kind of tosses the dirt into the forest.
I'll look at him as he tosses the dirt, and I'll say, "Thank you, but we're gonna need that dirt back."
Oh, you right, you right. Cedar, go get the dirt. And you see him lumber his giant wooden self into the woods, trying to scoop back the loose dirt he casually tossed into the woods.
Hey, God.
He's gonna look.
Hey, Goran's just staring at the at the wooden giant. Hang on. He looks to Gozar, friend of ours, ally.
I'm just gonna lean towards Dora. I'm just like, have no clue, but as long as he doesn't attack us, I think we're.
I wonder if it's a worthy opponent.
I mean, not to sound rude or anything, but I'm pretty sure that thing could easily beat you. Again, not trying to be rude, but I mean, you're. I mean, I'm just saying, he could probably step on you and you'd die.
He decides to shrug it off, and he's gonna go check on Tiger.
All right, as you check on Tiger, Tiger is back in his cage, normal size, finally, and he's just you can see that Maddie is gleefully feeding him small pieces of clover through the bars of his tiny wire cage.
Mm. Hey, Goran just watches her for a bit uh, before saying, don't feed that thing too much. Still need what's left for the trip.
Well, I suppose. I mean, you are more wise than I am. By the way, how was your trip? Did you slay the mighty creature?
Apparently they did.
Yes, I had the head right here. Ta-da!
Oh, splendid! Oh, you guys are so strong and brave. I envy you so much. By the way, where's Sete? She's usually with you, isn't she?
Too soon.
She died honorably in battle.
Oh, how horrible. You know what I'll do? I'll write a song to commemorate her. Tell me how she died.
She was decapitated with a single bite of the moth. Yeah.
Horrible. I suppose that's why I suppose she can't be brought back without a head. I mean, what sort of spiteful creature would destroy someone's head?
Oh no, we got the head back by spilling its entrails all over the place.
Oh my God,
What
Godazar.
in dear God is that?
Maybe he's gonna look the other way to not show her being sad.
Well, if we have the head, maybe there is hope. Maybe somewhere along the way we'll find someone who can bring her back. I mean, magic is alive and well in this world. I'm sure someone can do something.
Well, apparently it was just honorable to carry the head, so we buried it with her body.
They're saying this as I'm like lowering the body into the grave.
Well,
Someone says it's possible to revive her. I wonder who.
well, if we're going to bury the body, we should at least give her a proper ceremony. Who wants to take the lead?
I mean, I'm the
I
paladin.
don't mind.
Out of character, I'm the paladin here, and I do have the spell ceremony. So
All right. Does everyone take a moment to honor your fallen comrade?
Garand does not take part in the ceremony.
You asked.
I'm gonna take Goron aside and tell him some of his plans.
All right. While you are lowering the body into the grave, Maddie is going to play a somber song on one of her instruments.
Did Vashtar actually get back with the group for this, or is he still with the priests?
You manage to wrap things up with the priest and head back to the group just as Maddie starts playing her song. Yeah, it takes an hour to cast. You have more than enough time to meet up with the group.
All right.
So, should I take Goron to a different thing to talk about what I have planned?
Is that private?
I mean,
There is a second chat you can go to if you want to talk in private.
Goron.
I know I like to point out that I did on the way back. As we passed by Maddie and the giant, I ordered Maddie to send a report about all that has transpired with our party, including go to Zoltar's plan to make a legion to the princess.
All right. So you had Maddie send a message back home to the princess about your progress.
Yep.
Okay. It'll probably take quite some time for you to get a response, but she will locate and she will write a letter, locate a courier, and send him on his way.
All right. But yeah, I figured I had to point out that I like exposing freaking Zoltar's little freaking plan of building a legion of Fotismos.
It'll be interesting to see what her response to that is after you get a response.
Indeed.
All right. Now, I can't sing, but Maddie can. So she is going to sing a song at the funeral called Beware His Jaws in honor of the Sete who fell to the jaws of the Flaming Motheater.
Really? Oh my god. That that's kind of a horrible thing, in my opinion. Okay, hold on.
So you can take a moment to read it if you would like while I go get a drink. But this is the song I prepared. It is in the tune of Beware His Ma, written by Catty Cat, if you're interested, but I retooled it to fit my needs. I will be right back.
Alright.
I'll just gonna let both of you know since he came back. Zalator, today might be the day where you lose where you lose a finger.
Excuse me.
Oh no, this is out of character. Don't worry. But today might be the day you lose a finger.
If I'm keeping the ring, fuck you.
You are an asshole. I swear to God. Even when I freaking said, yeah, give it to Theory so that way she can go down so
Yeah,
to
I
get
gave it to
the
her and she gave it back to me. You didn't listen.
Okay, I didn't hear that bit.
Yes.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I even heard her. She went down, used the ring, came back up, gave me back the ring.
Garon goes, did you happen to find any metal shards?
Metal shards.
I proceed to hand a freaking Gorund the piece of the axe blade that we obtained.
He takes it.
You examine the new piece that you've acquired, and you would estimate that there's only one piece you're missing before you can finalize this weapon and get a phenomenally powerful weapon. As these pieces are coming together, you can just feel like the weapon vibrate with magical energy. It wants to be wielded. It wants to kill, and you can feel it brimming and ready.
He smiles, they're going, one left. And he's gonna take time to absorb it along with the shard in his hand.
Can I make an insight check on Goran to see, because this entire time he's seemed different from everyone else in the party or from other people I have seen, regardless of race. Could I roll an insight check to see if, just from what I've seen of him, can I do that to see if he actually worships Fotismos?
Ooh, yes, you can.
Good.
And honestly, I've had my suspicions since session 1, but I had nothing to back.
You see that Goran the Hobgoblin, his face is stone cold and unreadable as he's assembling this axe. You have this nagging sensation that something is off about his character or his faith, but you can't pinpoint it, and you don't know for sure that he is not a devout worshipper of Fotismos.
He sees the staring and he just stares right back.
Damn it, I wish I had cast Identify on the goddamn axe blade, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have given me much. Damn it.
All right,
Um,
I'm gonna see these guys looking at each other. What, you gonna kiss now?
I will
He just
technically
glowers
or
at uh, at his fellow hobgoblin.
What?
I
Just
will
trying to
let
cut the
Zalatar
tension is
after me.
all.
Okay,
After
Zalator
Zalatar,
and Goran, let Godzor talk, please. Go ahead, Godzor.
no, what they're saying is clearly more important.
Bro, just I told them to shut up so you can talk because your voice is really low.
um, if it makes any difference, Ivy is right. Your volume is about 25% what everybody else is, so it is rather hard to hear you.
Please, Gozar, say what you were saying.
Okay, I'm cutting this off now and moving on because not gonna wait for this you speak no you speak thing. It's like the reverse of the no you hang up first. Um, all right. So Cedar sees this awkward tension. He's just holding two armfuls full of dirt. He sees the tension and just kind of drops it in very unceremoniously onto Sete's body. And he looks around. It's still tense, so he just kind of nudges some of it onto the grave and packs it in with his foot. And he goes, "So, are we friends now?"
Yes.
Uh, yes, we are, Cedar.
He's going to put one hand on Goran the Hobgoblin and his other hand on Zalatar the Hobgoblin. He's going to be like, "I used to be Goblin too. Now I'm, well, a bit more stiff than I used to be."
He he just stares at him with incredulity and Arcana check.
Arcana check, absolutely. Um, on Cedar,
Yep.
go for it.
Cedar.
You can easily tell, probably without a check, that his speech patterns match exactly that with an ordinary low-level goblin. But with the Arcana check, you were able to determine that he has been cursed with some sort of unidentifiable, unique sorcery spell.
He he just stares at him for a bit and he gives the leg of Cedar a poke.
Okay, as you do, you feel wood. Solid, termite and ant filled wood with a little bit of moss growing on it.
He just says, he just grunts and he moves away.
Uh, Ivy's gonna go to him and it's like, well, we're done with the volcano. So does that mean are you gonna join us now? Since we're your friends?
Yes, Cedar would like to go on an adventure, as long as the adventure does not include fire. Fire bad. It is angry air, and I don't like it.
Well, uh, in case we ever meet a wizard, you can always take the gift you gave us from Zalator,
What?
telling him if since he needs something for fire resistance, he can always take the ring that you took.
The ring of fire resistance that you have?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Vashar's gonna look at the party going, well, if everything's all set and ready to go, I do have a few stops I would like to make. One is figuring out where the hell Dalbazar is, if we can find him. Another, I present them with the information I got from that one book. Where, where's it at? The diorama, correct?
Yes, it specifically called out the diorama of the last known location of the restless Motheater. Allegedly, he is spirit bound to haunt that place forever.
So apparently we have a specter moth eater over here at the diorama. The thing is, from the way the story I read told, it's quite threatening and dangerous. Not something we can easily take down. However, our paladin here might be able to turn the tide of that fight fairly easily.
You see Cedar lower his head so his head is right next to yours. In fact, his head is almost as big as yours, and he goes, "Do paladins have special powers?
Yes. Or specialties.
Shiny powers?"
As shiny as the light sometimes.
It depends how in tune they are.
Ooh, shiny booyag. Cedar want to see shiny, shiny booyag.
So if everyone feels up to it, we can probably go take down another moth eater while looking for Dalbazar. But being as this is in your area, Godazar, how do you feel about it?
Did he die?
He's typing.
Wait, did he mute me?
It would make sense if he did. I'd understand him if he did.
You bunch of bastards.
He didn't mute you as far as I know. He's typing. And he said, not now. We have other things to do now. Let's kill this moth.
Well, while you guys are all deciding, I'm gonna deliver a letter to the princess, like I said, and ask her for something.
All right. Do you want to tell me what the letter says, or are you going to specifically type it to me?
I'll pull you into the other chat. Secrets.
Secrets. All right. What's up?
Basically, I am going to give the head that is now fashioned into a battle helm of the ever flameful fire moth, very intimidating, to the princess with a letter detailing our movements and where we are now, as well as the drow problem, as well as me asking for say, a special favor or such to make a legion of Fatismos, basically rebuilding a hobgoblin slash any race that they want to come and become part of the Legion of Fatismos and basically be the right hand army of the princess.
So you do want to let her know that you're building her an army, right?
Yes, with her permission preferred. I don't want to surprise her with it and think that she's like, I'm rebelling against her.
I think that's the smartest thing you've ever said. I don't want to spring the princess with an undead army.
Undead army? No. No. An army of like all races, but it's a legion, like structured as a hobgoblin legion.
So
but it's for all races.
Well, if it's not an undead legion, how are you amassing a legion?
Like recruiting people. Like I was gonna recruit Cedar, but it didn't work. Does that make sense?
For some reason, I could have sworn you specifically said undead army, but yeah, no, amassing an army, absolutely.
So yeah, that's basically the letter that I will be sending to her, and I'll give her the location of where we're going up to next. Should a reply is hastily sent back. I did mention that I was giving her the ever flaming helm of the Flaming Moth to her, right?
You're sending a on fire head through the post?
No. It's not on fire. It looks like it's on fire.
You said ever flaming. I'm like, okay, did you just rule that it's always on fire? I'm confused.
Well, you said it was a fire moth, right? I assume that the head looks like the fur and everything looks like fire based or something like that, but it doesn't like actually burn.
Gotcha. Yes, that is true. But the way you phrased it, I'm like, wait, did you just decide it's always on fire? But no, yes, it does. The fur does look like fire. Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna give that to her as like a battle helm kind of thing for intimidation for her enemies. Something cool like that to impress her with, to be in her good graces. And to not slaughter me. Does that sound acceptable to you?
Yeah, that sounds acceptable.
Okay, good. That's what I want.
All right, cool.
Hey, Zator, I was just talking shit about you.
And you're first to die.
It's said to you.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Next, whichever else.
Garund is face palming.
So is it decided we're gonna go investigate this moth eater, or shall we just press forward to the capital?
I mean, I'm interested in this ever-bound moth eater. It can't be that hard.
Garund he's torn between between continuing the mission and fighting this what he perceives as a worthy opponent.
If he really is afraid of the sun, let's bring the sun to him. Hey, go to the.
All right. So, does the party have any objections to rolling out with Maddie and with Cedar onto the path heading towards the diorama?
Well, I have no objection to it personally, out of character.
I do not either.
All right, as you guys head out on the path, it's several miles away. The sun rises ever higher in the sky. It's almost noon, and as you do so, On your right, not too far from the side of the path, you see that trees and like brush have been cleared away with like swords or machetes or some sort of like, these plants have been uprooted to make a path. And if you look down this cleared path, you can see a clearing with 3 figures standing around a table, or sitting around a table with a large wooden chest beside them. But their figures are obscured. The sunlight isn't quite hitting them. They're kind of in the shadow of the trees, hiding from the heat of the sun.
So a perception check to see exactly who they are, what kind of colors they're wearing, who they're a part of.
Absolutely. Roll for perception.
That's shitty.
You are not able to see any defining features from where you're currently standing. They're in the shadows about 120 feet away. Does the party want to detour and see what they're all about and what that chest is all about? Or do you move along and ignore them? Yes, you can roll, Gozar.
Honestly,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Ivy.
I swear it hates us.
Go ahead, Vashtor.
Being as Vashtar has already had a problem with a chest last time, I'm probably not gonna run into. I'm probably gonna want to make a detour to go around this instead of go toward. But if we could spare 10 minutes, I would like to cast Detect Magic out of curiosity.
They're currently 120 feet away. What's the range of the spell?
If I can see. Damn, I'd have to move within 30 feet. That's not going to help me, and I need to have 10 minutes.
Ivy, you can see this. You know this. You immediately recognize this symbol as the. It's used almost interchangeably between goblins, but it's also adopted by non-goblin bandits. It's sort of like the symbol of people who are willing to kill to get what they want. It's meant as a threat and also as a symbol for other rivals to sort of ward them off. However, beneath this banner, which is usually intended to scare people all the way away, you can see "Loot for Sale" tacked on below the banner hastily.
I smell a trap.
You said it's written hastily, right?
Yes, the banner is like fully made, looks brand new, nice and clean, and then in like hasty red paint at the bottom, it says "Loot for Sale."
I bet that's not really paint.
We're in a forest, right?
Yes, they're 120 feet away in a recently cleared pathway in what looks to be a hastily made clearing within the forest. You see broken trees kind of cast into the woods. Some of them are still like chopped down but leaning against other trees.
You know what time it is? Tarzan time.
It's what time?
What do I need to roll to go from to climb a tree and then approach them from said tree?
Let's see. Seeing as you are a wood elf ranger, I cannot imagine your character having any difficulty climbing a tree. And as a matter of fact, there is a tree nearby leaning over at almost a perfect 45-degree angle. So with your natural skills, you can straight up walk up that tree and get an extremely good look at them. But if you want to hop from tree top to get closer, that will require an acrobatics check.
Okay. So when I go up there, how many do I see of them? Do I need to roll?
You can, from your vantage point, you can clearly see three very large, muscular, humanoid figures. They have wings behind them, and there are, in fact, two chests. One of them is a very, very shiny lock that you can see from your vantage point. You do not see a lock on the other chest.
Okay. I'm gonna approach from tree to tree.
All right, I would like you to roll acrobatics. I would like to get you to have it. If your favorite terrain is forest, you have advantage on this.
Yay! Yay!
All right. Nimbly and also silently, you just sort of hop between the trees, using the recently downed trees to aid you, because they're just so convenient and easy to grab onto. And you're able to get directly above them, and you can see that the one chest is brimming with loot that is hastily held together with a large iron chain, which is the glint you saw from a distance. And in the other chest, there is no lock to speak of. There was a lock, it is now broken, and it's leaking blood out of the wood paneling on the bottom. The three of them appear to be Motheater bandits, and they're currently playing poker with at least 100 gold on the table.
Uh, Ivy is gonna like wave to her allies, and then she's just gonna wait for her allies to approach a bit, and then shoot at one of. She's gonna hold action with the gamblers, but basically until they approach.
Uh, can I just reconfirm what you just said? Did you say moth folk eater bandits?
Mothfolk, not Motheater. I apologize if I misspoke.
Okay.
Did you say how many there were?
3. They're very large and muscular. They do not look like they have the normal agile, frail bodies that you typically see of a mothfolk.
3.
Yes,
That's odd.
they look like relatively strong, high-level bandits.
Zeno, did you see what Godzor said?
Oh, perception check to see Ivy. No, Ivy is waving at you directly with symbols that all of you are familiar with. You have worked together for many years as part of the Royal Guard. You understand each other's symbols. So, all of you are aware for free that Ivy is signaling you to get closer. Do you all move in as a group? Do any of you hang back? Are you preparing anything beforehand? Describe to me what you're doing.
I'll, I'll move alongside Gozar. Basically, it's kind of like a wall of pay.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor, and I'm going to aim back using my racial feature Mask of the Wild to kind of hide while in like obscurity with the like bushes and trees.
As you guys are preparing to attack, Maddie says, I think if we let Cedar participate, he's going to ruin the ambush.
Vashta gets an idea. Actually, send him in first as a distraction. They won't see the rest of us coming.
Any objections from the rest of the party about that plan?
What was the
I'm
plan? I
too
had to
far
go down
away.
water.
Too far away to object. Too far away to object.
Well,
This is a shit. This is
I'm
an
gonna
all.
go- I had to go pee. using
Yeah,
Ivy as
he
a distraction.
All right, so we get one no for is as in no, you don't object, or no, we're not doing that. Go to Zard. Just to be clear. All right. Zaltar, I basically gave the idea that we're sending in Cedar as a distraction. It's that way we don't.
No.
It's that way we can ambush them.
I was gonna suggest we use Cedar since he's made out of wood to slowly creep up from behind them, and as we attack, he attacks.
He is a big wooden giant.
yeah, he's a giant.
He's made out of
Zalatar,
wood, so he
if
would
they were
blend
large,
perfectly.
That is not quiet.
And what part of his personality told you he's a quiet, stealthy individual?
He can be trained.
How much time have you had to train him? I don't think we ever made the attempt.
Cedar is 15 feet tall. He does not hide.
yeah, let's just fucking send him in. Fucking send him in on his suicide mission.
All right, can I get advantage of the stealth or just strict stealth for my feature?
So if you're sending him in as a distraction, you will all get advantage on your stealth check. So everyone roll for stealth with advantage. Roll for initiative. Cedar is going to go first, obviously, because you're all holding action for him to go in, and then we will roll.
By the way, Zeno, if he's going in when me holding my action work now, I don't know how to say it. Do I use my action to holding? That's how I say.
I'm sorry, I did not understand what you said.
I told you that I was holding an action waiting for them to approach.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
do I shoot now before I roll for the initiative?
So you're all going to get a surprise round because everyone is hiding and readying in action just as you did before. So everyone is doing exactly what you're doing.
Okay, great.
You guys are going to, assuming all of you roll high, are going to get a surprise round. If any of you fuck up, you're going to kill the surprise round.
Yep, that would be two of us. They already did.
Good thing I'm far away from you guys.
I posted up my stuff in general.
Alright. So the passive perception is 12. Anyone who rolled above a 12 gets to participate in a surprise round. Everybody else who fails has to go in initiative normally. So everyone, please post your stealth and your initiative. Please and thank you.
Ivy, you and me are practically in sync.
Yeah, the elf, the elf is, runs in our blood. Man, Mask of the Wild is dope. Am I right, fellow wood elf?
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't give me advantage, but if I'm in obscure locations, it does allow me to use it.
Yeah, but at least we get our surprise round.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Gorent. Oh my god.
We're about to lose our paladin in 40 minutes, and we need him for the
Yeah,
fucking.
Avery doesn't like Gorent. She doesn't like him one bit.
God damn.
Alright, I just want to make sure everyone's got on the same page, everyone has posted their thing, and then we will proceed with the description of events as they unfold.
Yeah, I rolled in that one in initiative and a 5 in stealth. So yeah, he was rather he was surprised that that they decided to bring in Cedar. So he's going, yeah, he plays it off. Yeah, I meant to do that.
Hold on, I just need to look up how much HP Cedar has, and we will be on our way. Woof! Woof! Big boy!
I'd assume so with a big guy.
Okay, so Cedar goes charging in, just screaming, "Cedar smash bandits!" Ugh! He grabs a fallen tree that was recently chopped down, picks it up like a club, scrapes all the branches and the brush and the top off of it, and just charges in. He is 120 feet away, raging and making a ton of noise. The bandits see him coming practically a mile away, so they roll to attack first, because they can attack way before he can. So the bandit captains are going to roll first, easily roll first. And they are going to take out their daggers and just huck them at him as soon as he's within 20 feet of range.
Doesn't he have healing powers?
Healing powers?
Yeah, I remember him breaking his teeth and them regenerating instantly.
Oh yeah, Cedar. You have witnessed him have a minor healing factor.
Because,
And
you
that-
know, I wrote about it in the bestiary.
And I'm imagining Cedar has a high AC, so let's see how these guys.
Alright, so let me roll for them. Alright, so Cedar's AC is 17. So the first one throws a dagger, but the stomp that Cedar makes when he runs throws him off balance, and he throws his dagger into a tree. The other two, as soon as he's within 20 feet, they hurl their daggers at his face. Thunk, thunk, and those go in, dealing XYZ amount of damage, blah, blah, blah.
So Godazar, out of curiosity, why do you gotta leave in 40 minutes? Got something going on with the family? Or wait, you're at college. I'm speculating, I'm guessing.
Right, so you see their daggers sink into Cedar's teeth, like right where the gum line would be. And Cedar goes, "Cedar not need to floss!" And then he slams his club down.
Oh my god.
He has multi-attack. Oh, that's so unnecessary.
I swear, if he takes them out before we can get in there, I'm going to laugh and I'm going to be also happy.
His first attack is a nat 1, and he slams this big stupid tree on his own foot, crushing the wood to splinters. Let me roll for damage, and then I'll roll for hit with the next one.
Yeah, we have an army. We have a Cedar. How does a tree help out here?
I am Groot.
Alright, the other attack was a nat goddamn 20. Oh, that's so unnecessary.
That's so awesome.
Man, is you just gonna kill the bugs as if they're nothing? I think he just did.
Alright, he swings his fucking great club made out of a tree he picked up and slams it on top of the bandit captain, the one in the middle, with really no rhyme or reason, just up, down, smash. You see the bandit captain cross his forearms over his head, catch the tree, and sink about a foot into the dirt, and you can hear a cracking sound. It sounds like he has fractured his one of his forearms, but he is still alive, however, in pain and possibly crippled.
God damn it, Gunazar. Alright, so that gives us our opportunity to do our surprise round, correct? After he just made his.
Yes, as the entire forest rumbles with that thunderous hit, you see birds take off to the skies, deer start sprinting away. Those who rolled successfully on their stealth checks above a 12, you now have a surprise round of combat. Go.
Would it be with advantage or attacks?
Yes, since you were stealth, your attacks have advantage. So, Zalatar, Ivy, Vashtar. Okay, so going highest to lowest, Zalatar, you rolled highest. You have advantage to hit. You are as close as you want to be. Gio.
Well then, since you said that, I'm going to use my bonus action since I'm in combat to become a Dionychus.
You're gonna become a fucking velociraptor.
I believe that's what it is. Yes.
All right, absolutely.
And I picked it because he can do multi-attack.
Naturally. Okay, so a fucking velociraptor charges from the woods at the bandit captains. One of them is still. What do you do as a giant Dionychus beast? Clever girl indeed.
I had to.
How close was I to them? Because I can like pounce too, so I don't know if I'm just able to attack or if pouncing is declared as a bonus action in itself.
You were stealthed and prepared in advance. You are exactly as close as you want to be.
Okay, just making clear. I am going to go up and attack 3 times to the one nearest me, which the one that not Groot, that Cedar, the one that Cedar didn't hit.
So there's so the forest is facing east. Dead center east is the one that's currently pinned under the tree. To the north and to the south, aka to the left and to the right of Groot, are both completely unharmed bandit captains.
I'm going for the right one.
Alright, go ahead and roll for that fucking multi-attack, you dinosaur.
Great, now I have the Jurassic Park theme song stuck in my head.
I got 1 with my bite and then 2 with my claws. So I'll do the bite.
Those are wow. No, neither of those hit. So the bandit cat. You have advantage on your hits though, so roll again.
No, that was the advantage for the bite. I have 2 for my claws now.
Oh, so you went for 1 bite instead of 2 claws?
No, I have multi-attack. I can bite and do 2 claws.
Oh, okay. So that was your bite. Go ahead and roll for claws then. Sorry, I've literally never looked at the stat sheet for a Dionychus, so I have no idea how they work.
What? You never studied the sheet for dinosaurs? I'm disappointed.
I know, I'm a horrible GM. I don't look at most stat blocks in advance.
You don't look at the stat blocks of every dinosaur in the game? Kind of disappointing.
I know, and you should be. Alright, let me look at their armor class really quick, but I'm pretty fucking sure that hits.
19. A 19 and like a 22.
Alright, yeah, both of those claws are gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And then I will gleefully narrate the carnage.
And Zeno, how dare you call yourself a terrible DM? You are by far not a terrible.
Well, thank
Sure,
you.
Otar. You're a terrible. I'm joking. Man, I felt bad for that.
And despite the praises I've gotten on my session, I feel like a terrible DM because I kept fucking up on tidbits.
13 damage.
Uh, you're not a terrible GM.
All right. So let me tell you exactly what the hell just happened, because a lot just happened. Cedar picked up a tree, charged at bandits, took 2 knives to the teeth, and slammed one of their asses a foot into the ground, possibly breaking or at least cracking one of his forearms. The other 2 bandit captains stumble backwards from the shockwave, leaving them prone and distracted. You see motherfucking Zalatar bursting from the woods as a fucking Dionychus. He stumbles out of the way of the bite attack on accident, only to get clipped twice, whah, whah, with the claws. His shirt is torn. Blood bursts from his chest. He screams, flails about madly, stumbles to his feet, and gets his weapon and attempts to center himself and get ready.
I'm gonna eat you, boy.
All right, who had the next highest stealth? Da-da-da. All right, we're gonna go with Ivy. Let's say you go next.
Okay. So Ivy's in the trees, just was preparing for an attack. She didn't expect Sidor and the goddamn dinosaur to go in and fight, but something like that. So she's just gonna look at the one that got almost crushed by Sidor and shoot at.
Roll for hit.
And let me roll a lot of.
All right, so gamble for what element type you do. 4, fire. So you pull back on the bowstring of your gambler's bow. You see magical energy swirl. You hear slot machine-like sounds. It stops with a flame icon. Your arrow bursts into flames as you loose it. And it goes right into the neck of one of the bandit captains, like right between the bone and the veins. You didn't hit the carotid, but it still hurt like a motherfucker. Dealing 13 piercing damage, and then, doing 9 piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
And 3 force damage from my planar warrior.
Okay, so this requires math. God damn it. Okay, so 9 plus 6, 15, 18.
I did the math for you, mate.
Okay. Were you shooting the one on the left or on the right?
I was shooting the one that. Did the one that Cedar crushed, is he dead?
No, he's very much still alive, just in tremendous pain. So are you shooting him then?
That's the one I watched. I shot. By the way, Zeno, I'm just making sure. Did you double the damage on the guy that Cedar got on that 20 on?
Yep, he did 18 damage, you did 18 damage, so that's a total of math. 36.
36.
So your arrow sinks into his neck and cauterizes the wound on the way out. You hear him gasp. And he starts to cough up embers and charcoal. He looks horrendously wounded, but he's just so burly and massive, he's capable of powering through it. All right, let's see, who else? Vashtar.
Yep. All right. So let's see. I'm going to. I am going to cast. That's 3. You know what? I am going to cast Scorching Ray on the one that Zalatar attacked. See if I can't finish that fucker off.
All right, go ahead and roll for hit with advantage. You have the sneak.
Hopefully I did it right. No, I did not.
It's exclamation point iterroll, like ITERROLL, then the number of times to roll it, and then your normal dice. By the way, you have 3 attacks. What attack are you using?
Scorching Ray has 3 shots.
Ah, thank you.
I'm just gonna cast it and just roll the d20 because I feel like I'm gonna take too forever doing that.
If you don't need 3 R's, you just need 2.
Alright, thank you guys. That actually was very helpful. So that's all the shots to hit.
Okay. Whew. Wow. Yeah. No, all of those things hit. You said this is a scorching ray? Jiminy Christmas.
Yep, that is a 6d6, my. Wait,
Total or
yes.
each?
It's for one shot. It's 2d6 for each, so that would be like 66.
Yes, Cedar is terrified of fire, but it is also not Cedar's turn.
It's not aimed at Cedar.
Nope.
Jesus Christ. You said that was, you were aiming that at the one that was already weakened?
Yeah, by Zalat.
Alright. Beams of flames come out of the woods. Plow! 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 You can see the skin on his back burn and turn to dust, exposing his rib cage. You can see his heart beating and his lungs breathing, but he is still barely hanging on to this mortal coil we call life.
Damn, really?
He is on death's door, but no, he is still.
That's our surprise round.
Okay. Now, let me roll for advantage for these NPCs.
I actually have a question regarding a feat I have.
Okay.
I have the feat Charger or Charger. So does that affect me while I'm in wild shape form too?
I don't think you can use your normal human feats when you're wild shaped. Because I mean, like, you also have feats like, you know, crossbow expert that obviously you can't use as a dinosaur. So I'm gonna rule no feats when transformed.
What do you mean you can't use your crossbow expert feat while you're a dinosaur?
I mean, it only gave me like a +5 to my attack damage if I did a melee attack, which my uh, wild shapes are melee attacks. So that's why I was.
still the highest initiative currently. Please don't get a nat 20 as I'm saying this.
Okay, next we've got Maddie stepping up to the plate with her fucking +3. Let's see.
Come on, Maddie. Roll high.
By the way, can I just say it's unfair that Maddie doesn't level up with us? Feel bad for her.
That's the rules of NPCs,
She
unfortunately.
stays useless. The problem is she wasn't even useful in the beginning, and she isn't useful now.
Sure, she's useful. She's one of our healers.
Okay,
Well,
so
well,
the initiative rolls you guys made earlier are so far past in chats and gifts. I'm gonna call out one by one. Goran, what was your initiative?
1.
Ha 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 ha. Okay. Um. Okay, Nat 1. Okay, Ivy, you got a 21. Okay, so Ivy, actually, you're going first, I think.
I got a 19. Wait, did I? I don't remember.
no, you got an 11 on initiative and 19 on stealth.
Okay, Vashtar, I show you go after Ivy, but what did you actually roll?
I rolled a 20, a dirty 20.
Okay, next we got Gozar. Gozar, what was your number? Okay, so Gozar died. Who's next? Zalatar, you got an 11?
He didn't die. He has a 16.
Yeah, he did message.
Oh, did he? I didn't see it. Okay. He got a what now?
16.
Okay, and then I think we have everyone. Okay, now I see the 16. For Discord being slow today.
I have 11.
All right. Ivy has 11.
Zalatar.
What?
Goes out her.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a delay when you type for some unknown reason, Gozar, but yes, I can see this. Okay, so I have Ivy, Vashtar, Cedar, Bandits, Gozar, Zalatar, Maddie, and Goran. Am I missing anybody?
No.
As far as I know, you don't.
All right, splendid. Now, Ivy, you are first in initiative. You are still in the treetops holding your gambler's bow. What would you like to do?
Ah. Well, I grab my short sword and I drop. I basically do just I'm gonna get copy strike. I do what they do in Assassin's Creed basically.
Are you gonna like jump out the tree and like attack from above?
Yes.
Make an
Fucking do it.
make a fucking acrobatics check for me, please. If your roll is oh dear Jesus. Roll for hit with advantage. Very sorry. Alright, a 13 does not hit the bandit's armor class. I'm very sorry. So, you leap out of the tree, do a triple somersault in the air, and go screaming towards the bandit, who just barely manages to weave out of the way as the blade goes past him. Your blade gets embedded in the dirt, and you're standing with a bandit captain on your flank.
Okay, you didn't. I was lagging when I was saying it, but I have lucky. I have the lucky feat.
You have lucky feet, so you're just gonna nope. Okay, Control Z then. Is that a 23? Why do you need a 23?
I'm not allowing you to take this away from me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So Control Z, you leap out of the trees doing a triple somersault, spinning like a Beyblade in the air, and you drive your short sword into whose face? The one that's already almost dead, or one of the others?
No, the ones that almost dead.
As you're spinning through the air, there's just this whirl of white light as your blade is streaking through the air, and you saw this man's face off sideways. Like from ear to ear, the blade goes through the face horizontally, and it just falls off like a mask hitting the ground. You can see his tongue and his eyeballs split in half. He gargles up blood and falls over. And you land in a 3-point stance with your blade behind you, posing like a goddamn action hero.
Okay, then no need to use my bonus action to deal him a 1d8. Actually, it was gonna do it regardless, Slim. And as a bonus action, I do Planar Warrior.
Alright. Just for good measure, you chop his head off after you cut his face off. You can see his brain fall out of his cleaved open skull as it spirals to the ground and hits the dirt with a dull thud. Good gravy. God, Jesus. Okay, who? Do you have anything else you would like to do, good sir?
No, thank you. Let Vashtor go ahead. Or is he?
Vashtar, you are in the woods. You have attacked, so you have revealed your position. What do you do?
Alright, so with my position revealed and think mage armor is still on, but it won't matter because I'm far away, I'm going to still use that range I have with the 120 feet. And if I need to, I'm going to move close enough to hit the captain. And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
So there's a total of 3 bandit captains. One is dead, the one on the right is wounded, the one on the left is perfectly fine. Who are you targeting?
The one that is wounded.
Alright, go ahead and roll for damage with your magic missile. And dice roll check.
Vashtor, I see you rolling in general.
Yeah, I caught myself at the last second. Thank God I copied. 18.
Whew! Okay, so how many missiles fly out of yourself?
The first level is 3, and with that second level, it's 4. So,
Alright, firing magical missiles from the woods. These mage darts just shoom, 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 shoom. They spin over each other, creating tails of blue light as they fly through the air. You see the bandit captain turn and run, trying to escape these magic missiles. He runs, but they follow him. He dive rolls, but they just descend upon him, slamming into his exposed back. Just fit, 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 fit. And you can see his back burst open with blood. He stands up, arches his back, and roars in agony. He is still alive, but god damn it, that hurt.
God damn it, just fucking die! Alright, I have a bonus action. With my bonus action, and this will be the last spell slot I have for 2nd level, I am going to cast Misty Step, and I'm going to move 30 feet into a bunch of bushes so I can try to hide.
You can absolutely misty step into bushes, but hiding is a action.
Okay, all right. So I'll just move 30 feet to a different position.
Yeah, you'd have to be a rogue to cunning action dash as a bonus action.
All right,
All right, does that end your turn?
that'll end my turn.
Okay, it is now Cedar's turn. Cedar, he looks at the decapitated, face-severed body, and he just looks at you guys, gives you this big, doofy smile and a big old thumbs up, and he goes, "Cedar, finish them off now! Nighty-night!" And he raises his club and wails twice on the already wounded bandit captain. His first one misses, pounding the dirt next to the bandit captain, throwing him off his feet. He's leaning backwards, waving his arms, trying to stand up. And with his head and back leaning backwards, he exposes himself for another downward strike that clips him in the face as he's leaning backwards. Let me roll for damage. You see him, his face just get pounded into the dirt. You can hear a oof as his head is buried into the dirt. His body is quivering and his legs are twitching. He is still alive, but he'd probably rather not be. Alright, and that is going to end his turn. Next in initiative, we have the bandits. So the bandit on the right is going to take a bonus or take his movement to pull his goddamn head out of the dirt, and then he's going to draw his scimitar and attempt to attack Cedar in the wrist with his blade. And he has multi-attack. So he's going to make 2 attacks with his scimitar and 1 with his dagger.
Did you say he's gonna attack?
He is going to attack Cedar.
Okay. I mean, not okay. Nobody touches my boy. Unless he consents to it, and I'm pretty sure Cedar didn't.
Well, that would be kind of a big wooden rod. Gordon!
Alright, so only his dagger hits. The weakest of them all. Alright, so you see this man take out his scimitar. Slash! He hits the wrist, only creating minor splinters. Slash! He hits the wrist again, minor splinters. But he's created an opening in the wood where he takes out his dagger in his left hand and drives it in through the splinter he's created and hits all the way into the wrist, dealing 7 damage to Cedar. He's like, "Why won't you die, you big dumb tree?" The other bandit captain, seeing his friend is in trouble and he needs to take down this stupid tree man ASAP, he's going to do the exact same thing and go for Cedar because he is the biggest threat.
I feel like this guy called Zeno just wants to kill our ally.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the biggest lie I've heard. And I heard the girls telling me, "Oh, they just forgot to text me." Ah, SM.
Alright, the second bandit does the exact same thing. Hack with the scimitar, creates an opening and goes into the wrist with the dagger. You can see that Cedar's grasp on his wooden bludgeoning instrument is starting to weaken just a smidgen. but their other bandit is dead, and it is the end of their initiative.
So very, very dead.
All right, Gozar, your turn, buddy. He's gonna whack, boys.
Whack it. Whack it good.
Kill the, please finish off the guy that's just not dying like a normal person.
Seriously, Zeta, you brutally described how this guy's still alive, and
An 8 does not hit his armor class.
So much trust.
I want you to know that that strike would have killed him, but that was a miss. Do you have any other actions or bonus actions?
Uh,
why would you tell us that?
because Xeno just feeds off the nightmares of children.
Feed me your darkest dreams.
Oh god.
That was you did that too fast. You seemed like you were prepared for someone who's threatening me.
Alright, I think that's all good as I could do. You don't have any bonus actions go?
Richard has bonus actions. I don't think they're gonna be useful in this case.
All right, Zalatar, my dude, my man, let him have it.
What do you mean, my dude and my man? He's not a dude or a man. He's currently a dinosaur.
So, did anyone hit that guy that hasn't gotten hit yet?
No.
No, the guy on the left is still completely unharmed.
How far away is he from me?
You were hiding, so you were able to position yourself as far away as you wanted to be.
But I went out and attacked.
Okay. It's safe to assume you're within attacking distance.
No, I need. So I'm just gonna assume he's 20 feet away from me. Then, because I am going to rush straight forward to him, and then I'm gonna use uh my claw attack on him.
All right, go for it. A 19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. What are you attacking him with?
Please roll a strength saving throw, my dude.
A bandit captain making a strength check? Hell yeah. Oh, wow, that's not as good as it should be.
On him.
Wait. Does your form have the ability to, like, pounce on the
Yes.
critical fail? Fuck.
You have failed. You are now knocked prone, and I get to take an extra bite out of you as a bonus action.
Oof.
Man, that surely hope that bite isn't sexual.
What? What kind of dinosaur sexually bites people?
Zalator.
That's just a claw attack.
Well, to be fair, you should see the fan art that's going around with Jurassic World now because of the fucking blue.
No,
God damn it.
no. Surely you're joking, right? If I
No.
write right now Jurassic Park,
You have to be specific on what you're looking for, but no,
That
I'm
hit?
not.
I'm guessing that hits, right?
Oh, my mistake. I thought Gozar was rolling. Yes, a 17 hits.
So 15 damage, and he's knocked prone by Moth.
All right.
Hungrily.
So a fucking man-sized dinosaur just sprints across the battlefield, diving and weaving through obstacles and brush, and just slams into a motherfucker, knocks him over, and just claws him open. You can see his chest is open, but the wounds are superficial, and he is bleeding, but nothing vital was torn. All right, does that end your turn?
It does.
All right, after Zalatar's turn, it is Maddie's turn. So let's see what she's got here.
Come on, Maddie, don't let us down.
All right, Maddie, staying behind a tree, 60 feet away from the action, you can hear her start whispering softly and chanting in the distance. She then plays a single long somber note on her violin, and physical manifestations of whispers, words start to come out of her violin and punch into the wounded bandit. I will make a wisdom saving throw. Which he fails. You can see these words punch directly into his head, passing through his mind and out the other side of his temple. You can see his eyes roll back on his head as these whispers start racking his mind. And you can see as the words start flowing through his mind, his eyes roll back and start to bleed. His nose starts to bleed. His ears are bleeding. He starts to let out this slow scream that builds and builds and builds until he is screaming and his head explodes and he dies.
All scanners up in this here campaign.
That is the end of Maddie's turn. Who's next in initiative?
Me.
All right, Gorund, last in initiative. There is one bandit captain left. What you gonna do about it?
Is he close enough where I can get into melee range with him?
Yes.
He is prone, unless Maddie did the other one.
Okay. He will go over to him and he will attack with his axe.
Yes, so Zalatar did knock down the uninjured one, so you have advantage on this attack because he is correct, he is prone.
It is not doing anything.
Ivory's taking the poop.
I'm just seeing if it's just you or if it's Avery in general.
It's Avery.
Fuddy Duddy.
Okay. I'm actually gonna take a minute. I will be right back, and we'll pick this up in just a moment. I need to use the bathroom.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh, so has anyone heard from Gizrael? Seriously, this is another session he hasn't joined.
If he's gonna continue lying to me, he is gonna be out of my campaign. I'll tell you.
Odds are he's playing. He's on YouTube.
That or he's fucking doing another campaign. Well, who knows?
I'll say this. Zalatar, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I apparently was the first in a mass exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still around until Thorn dies, but you've technically ensured that Thorn can die 2 times before being completely out.
But hey, hey. Funny thing is, there's another campaign I'm in that after the bit with Vecna. Yeah, I haven't heard from the DM on where it's going next.
You can always come back. I haven't killed your character off.
I already got rid of Pelias.
You can come back as a new character.
As I have some other stuff I gotta be able. I have plus my girlfriend. I would like to spend more time with my girlfriend.
Uh,
Sorry, man.
Okay, so for some reason, Avery is taking a dump on us. Let me pull out my dice.
Okay. Do you know the modifier for his axe?
I do not, off the top of my head, what is.
Okay. The axe itself to hit is plus. From the look of it, was +5, and because I'm using it one single-handed, it is 1d8 +4.
Okay. So you rolled a 13. What was your bonus?
+5.
So yes, that is a hit. And with 1d8, you do 5 damage. What's your bonus to damage?
+4.
Okay, so 9. And you're attacking with a battle axe, right?
Yep, my packed weapon. Anyway.
All right. So you flourish your battle axe, spinning it once, twice, and then over your head, and you cleave off a piece of shirt, leather armor, and just a little bit of shoulder muscle. Just cleaves right off the man, and you see blood start to ooze from the wound and gush down his arm. It looks like it hurt like hell, but it is not a disabling injury. All right.
Wrathful Smite.
Wrathful Smite. What is that?
Avery's working again, thank God.
Like, as after an attack, I can use a actual bonus action. 1d6 psychic damage, and he has to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. The DC is 13.
Okay. DC 13 saving throw for wisdom, right?
Yep.
That's a hard fail.
Alrighty, I'll roll. And that is psychic damage, so yeah.
Oof.
All right, you can see a small trickle of blood ooze out of his ear as your weapon does a small amount of psychic damage. Okay, and then is that the end of your turn, Gorand?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Ivy, your turn.
Ivy?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay, it's my turn, right?
Yes,
There's only one left.
yes. There is only one left, and he is bleeding pretty good.
Okay, I'm
And
just
still
gonna. Oh, great. Then I'm just gonna go with my short sword attacks then.
All right, go ahead and roll with your short sword.
And advantage since he's prone, right?
Yeah, he hasn't stood up yet. He's still prone. That is a miss. That is also a miss.
Lucky for the second one because that's bullshit.
All right, while this man is prone and you're standing over him with your short sword, you hack twice down upon him. Okay, wait, what? This is far. Oh, are you using luck?
Short sword, lucky.
How many lucky do you have per day?
3 per long rest.
Okay. So when you strike with your first one, he grabs his wounded shoulder and rolls out of the way. But as he rolls back up, his eyes are obscured by the dirt, allowing you to fall upon him with your blade pointed downwards. You sink to your knees and drive it into his gut and cut it open, dealing a total of 14 damage. He is bleeding profusely. He starts spitting up blood, and he spits it in your face and says, "If you want my life, take it, but I'm gonna make you work for it."
Ivy's just gonna say okay to what he said. Okay, I'll do that gladly.
Okay, that ends your turn, right?
Yeah, that might.
Okay, Vashtar, your turn.
I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that too with my partner. I'm, however, going to cast Magic Missile at first level because I only have my first level slots. I spent all my second levels, but as I do this, I'm holding up my left hand with the gauntlet that houses the gem with the arcane focus on it, and basically saying, "Accept your fate and join your comrades in the afterlife." As I cast that magic missile.
Magic missile. All right, let him have it. I feel like you're about to end this man's whole career.
Hopefully, it's a 3d4. 12.
How do you want to end this man's career?
As I launch the missiles, they go all three kind of like split out and start to intersect back to where the man is. One goes in between Ivy's legs, going straight for the guy's kidney. One goes around Zalatar's neck and loops in, going straight for his heart, and the other one goes straight for the top of his skull, causing him to explode.
All right, you watch as his skull explodes from the magical darts that penetrate his brain. His body twitches for a couple of seconds. The blood geysers out of the hole in his neck, and he slowly falls still and grows cold.
Check and mate.
All right, we are out of initiative. You can see Cedar raise his dismembered tree into the air and go, "We win! We win! We win!" And he accidentally whacks the fuck out of a flying bird and goes, "Oops."
Oh god, that poor bird.
Ivy is just gonna look at Cedar and just like, we're not done till we check the loot.
All right, there are two chests, one of which is bleeding. The other one is barely being held closed by a padlock and chain.
I go to the one that said was super magical. Zalator, you're still a dinosaur. I don't want to hear your voice about any loot right now.
Godazar actually is beating you to that real quick because he said he was going to check the chest with.
Okay.
All right, Goza, you get to it.
Then.
Gozer, how would you like to attempt to open this padlock chest? All right, roll for hit with advantage.
Make it happen.
You have to spell out the full name of the weapon. All right, you casually twirl your battle axe, and wham! Your battle axe cleaves through the rusty lock like a hot knife through butter. It falls apart, and the chest bursts open, and the loot is yours. I'm waiting for Google Documents to load the loot. My apologies for the wait. But, really quick, there is 100 gold on the table that you can just take. And let me see what's in here.
Bashar will take that and divide it amongst the party evenly. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of us. Oh shit! Let me bring up.
Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You forgot about one, buddy.
Maddie.
Screw Maddie. I'm talking about Cedar here.
So you find the menu of what they were going to sell you had you spoken to them in a mature and civilized fashion. And this is why you would have probably killed them anyway. I'd like everyone to read the list.
Wait, there's a reason why we would have killed him? Oh god. There you go. Jesus Christ. Wait!
Seemed like a trap. Worth it.
Dalvazar's Okay, obviously the bloodstained Nilo family crust. And Dalvazar's poem is something I'm going for. Samantha's diamond wedding. Oh God, this.
This is the only thing I wanted actually. It just reminds me of me trying to propose to Sete and failing.
Dude, it's Scroll of Dimension Door. Ooh.
Yeah,
It is.
Go Star, say what you wanna get because you opened the chest. And please don't do like a certain party member and say I take all of the.
I'll just, for now, take the ones that represent my character, and we'll figure out what's we'll take from after.
We can split everything. Since Gold Star said he goes there first, let him decide. Okay. Uh, I went afterwards, so I the potions, crossbow, and blood spear. Okay. Uh, Probably Ivy would just look at the ring and look at the bomb and just yeah, she wouldn't really care about anything else. So she Samantha's diamond wedding ring and bomb and the oath bow. I'm just gonna keep it.
So, uh, Zalatar, Gozar, either of you see something with a name that you recognize?
Is there supposed to
Hold
be
the
something that I
goddamn
recognize?
phone. Hold the goddamn phone. I just realized that necklace. I yanked that out and I get the look of death in my face.
Zalatar, there might be a reason why you don't want to let Ivy have that diamond wedding ring.
Oh, oh no!
Wait, who's I don't mind who's Samantha.
I am gonna instantly
Oh,
transform back, and I'm gonna fucking pounce on him. Give me that fucking ring. Give me it.
it, Zalator, I'm just telling you, if you try to do it,
I'm
you're
gonna fucking punch him in the face.
you're gonna get a sword in your stomach. I'm just being straight with you. If Goatstar wanted, Ivy would give it to him
If you
gladly.
don't let go of my late wife's ring, I will gut you where you stand.
Oof.
So what I'm hearing is you want a ring that I have in my hand, and I want a ring that you have. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Okay, out of character, before anyone speaks, I gotta say, that's kind of fucked up. There's sentimental value with the ring you have in your possession, Ivy, versus the one that Zalatar has.
Alright, so I'm going to put everyone on pause and go in alphabetical order to see what everyone is doing. Gorund, you're first alphabetically. What is your character currently doing at this moment?
He's currently looking at the chest with the blood oozing out of it.
Okay. The chest is not locked. Do you open it?
Uh, uh, yep.
As you flip open the lock, you see crammed inside of this chest are 4 dismembered goblins with the goblin banners over their chests.
He growls a bit, and he whistles for the others.
Alright, we're going to put you on pause. Gozar, you see this magic item, you recognize its value. What is your character doing at this moment? Well, not magic item, but memorable item. Well, you can ask them. Oh, wait.
They're dead.
As you take a look at this precious jewelry, your pregnant wife's precious jewelry, and you take a look at it, you can see within the creases of the jewelry are bloodstains and torn skin. It looks like you can also see the clasp in the back was broken. It looks like this emerald necklace was ripped off of her neck.
Zeno, we're gonna have some fucking problems here.
I'm a dungeon master. I love problems.
I gotta say, Godazar isn't even my character. I feel a knife in my heart from hearing that. What the fuck?
Do you would you like to make any checks on the jewelry while you have it in your hand? If you would like to, you can make an investigation check or an arcana check to see if there's anything other than the blood of your pregnant wife on this necklace. Yes. That is very true, Gorant. Okay. So, with your investigation, you find that when you bought this necklace, it was just an ordinary item of jewelry, but you see at some point somebody has installed a hatch on the back of it. There appears to be a clasp at the back that opens.
I accidentally got rid of the picture. I was just trying to get rid of the message because it.
When you open the tiny hatch on the back of the necklace, you can see a note written inside of it. You see a message scrawled on the note in your wife's handwriting in very, very fine print. You remember the friendly revolutionary merchant that you guys have rescued previously.
Oh God!
Told you to kill it.
And yet you were the first one to take the powder after she handed it. Putting it into context.
I have the regular like craft glue glitter. What are you talking about?
You took the powder she gave us. You were the one to hold it. Someone who's like, oh, you should have killed her. And you fucking... And now I'm regretting letting her live. That's the sad part. I don't know if this is a recent kill or... who has the powder? Wait, I probably do because I... No, I do because I used it last.
Alright, so before you summon Flutter, I want to make sure everyone is able to go through their own individual, like, roleplay with what's happening. So, next in initiative, Ivy, what is your character doing at this moment while Gozar is examining his pregnant wife's necklace?
I was just gonna go, just give Goatsor his time and just look at, like I mentioned before, she's gonna look at the bomb very gladly with a huge smile on her face and just grab it. She's gonna take the oath bow and she's just gonna examine the diamond ring for a while.
All right, roll for investigation on the ring.
Okay. 21.
Um, you can see on it looks like this has kind of coiled in somebody's hair at some point. You can see hair and a bloody stump of scalp skin attached to the ring.
Uh, did, did Zeno's voice cut out or am I lagging?
He didn't
Yeah,
cut
I'm
out.
lagging. Damn it. Uh,
Okay, can you hear me?
yes.
Wound around the base of the diamond is a small amount of hair that looks like it got tangled in somebody's hair, and there's a small bloody stump of scalp flesh at the end of this bundle of hair.
I should put it on my ring. Take out the hair and put it on my ring. On my hand, I mean.
All right. You take off these purple strands of hair that have a very bizarre quality to them and just sort of toss them off the ring. The ring does not fit, it is too small.
Then she's just gonna put it in her back pocket or something and just really she doesn't care about anything else here.
Also, you can add the oath bow to your inventory. It is a normal canon D&D item. We're going to put you on pause.
Okay.
Vashtar, what is your character doing at this moment?
Okay. First of all, I gotta say, Ivy, that's kind of fucked up. You're taking Zalazar's white waifu wedding ring. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Vashtar, having grabbed the family crest, he's gonna look it over to kind of get like a to kind of like clean the blood off it and just kind of remember his late mother as he examines it.
All right, roll for investigation.
'21. Thank you.
You see on the back of the blood-stained crest that you have in your hands, you can see a broken fingernail, a bloody fingerprint, and something that has been scratched haphazardly into the back of the crest. You assume it was scratched in with a fingernail, and you can read this. The message trails off at the end and turns into like a zigzag pattern where it looks like they were violently scratched at the back.
Oh, fuck no. Oh. Bashar's just gonna look at that and kind of finish the rest of that sentence, kind of figuring out what the fuck's going on. And he knows what he's gonna do later, but first he's gonna examine the poem that fucking Dalvazar left. I know this is gonna be some bullshit. So let's open this poem up.
As you attempt to open up the poem, magical chains appear around the envelope, and it is impossible to open. There you can feel the energy of high-level magic keeping it sealed.
God damn it! Now I wish I learned the fucking knock spell. Fuck. Can I do an Arcana check?
Um, yes, absolutely.
19.
All right. Let me look up the specific. Let me look up his name before I say anything else. So, tell me, off the top of your head, you don't happen to know anything about the story of Lolth and Corlon, do you?
Nothing about Coralong, but I know a bit about Lolth. Uh,
You remember what race worships these two gods, right?
Oh yeah.
oh, for sure. For sure I do.
You remember what race your best friend turned mortal enemy is, right?
Best friend, they were never best friends. Wait a minute. Whoa. Dalvazar's a motherfucking
You can feel a contract with Lolth sealing this with deity tier magic.
Dynamahari.exe has stopped functioning. Uh, um, well, Vashtar is just gonna be dreadfully shocked at hearing this, and he's gonna fucking put the poem away for the time being. Keep this in his mind before telling the party anything about it. And I'm going to reach in his chest and take that dimension door, the scroll of dimension door.
All right. I'm going to put you on pause really quick and go next in the initiative. Zalatar, you're last in alphabetical order. What is your character doing now that you have seen this piece of jewelry that has such sentimental value to you?
Um, First off, I'm gonna either rip it out of Ivy's hand before he even fucking put the tear out of it, or I'm gonna beat Ivy to a bloody pulp.
Ivy, are you going to prevent this man from getting access to his wife's ring?
Uh, hmm. How is he doing this?
I
Oh,
will
I
use
want him to
literally every
describe
weapon
it.
in my arsenal to prevent you to.
Zaltar, real quick before, and they won't interrupt any further. Talking is an option. And Ivy already stated that he does not know. She does not know that this is sentimental value to your wife because not meta, Zeno put it down to initiative order. So she does not know. Talking is a possibility before you start going off killing people.
Fine. Hey, Ivy,
Yes.
if you would be so kind as to give me that ring and whatever you just found on.
Okay. Well, can I ask for one thing? I'm gonna give it to you anyways.
What is the one thing?
Can you give me the ring of fire resistance? I'm gonna give you the ring anyway. I'm just wondering if
He's
you
just
can give
gonna
it.
he's gonna fucking toss it at you without a fucking thought.
Her hand was she was gonna give you the ring regardless, but thank you, I appreciate it. As she hands him the ring.
All right. Does anything happen when I have the ring?
So as you take the ring, you can see that there's this strand of purple hair, and you remember your wife did not have purple hair, coiled around the base of it with a small bloody chunk of scalp flesh dangling off of it.
Maybe she fought off someone and it got caught. She was always the scrapper.
Would you like to make a any kind of check on either the ring or on the hair to decipher more information?
What? How would I do that? Arcana check or investigation or
Up to you.
both?
You can make either.
Since my Arcana is the best, I'm gonna do that.
All right. As you feel the ring, you can feel scorch marks on the rings, indicative of meta magic.
On meta what?
Meta magic. You know which class uses meta magic, right?
No.
I do.
I feel like I should.
I'll give you a hint. In Penner's sword, this was the what Resden was.
Infernal.
Quiet, sorcerers.
Just sorcerer. Like wild magic has
Sorcerer.
nothing to do with meta magic. It's just general with sorcery.
Okay then, normal sorcerer.
I guess I'll take a look at the hair then too. I don't know what kind of trick for
As
that.
you feel the hair, it is very strong and very soft, just like elves' hair is.
So I'm looking for an elf that has purple hair. That's sorcerer or knows magic in general.
Absolute mystery.
God damn you, Zeno.
I think I have an idea who it is.
I actually
Bashar.
do I have that fucking pixie dust thing?
Um, the pixie dust is in the party's inventory. I don't know who specifically has it, but if no one claims it, I will just say you have it.
So, anyone wish to deal with the commune moth?
I don't have the dust. It's either Vashtar or
I do,
Gold.
unfortunately. And so before we get onto that, who's taking the bomb and the crawler mucus?
I just took the bomb. I don't know about the. I don't know what that is.
I
Goran will take the crawler mucus, but only after he basically shows you what he saw, what he found. Shows you guys what he found.
right. We were gonna check that out too because he called us.
Well, I'm gonna divulge everyone on what the ring was. This ring belonged to my late wife. Somehow it got here. It appears she went down fighting, or whatever this piece of hair is from.
Goran does not care.
Of course you
Oh,
don't.
is is this why you acted like you had feelings for the first time?
Feelings.
You know for For a big bad hobgoblin, you sure do you sure don't hide your feelings well.
Feelings are not meant on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's something I expect Goran to say, not you, you teddy bear.
I am not a teddy bear.
Can you wild shape into a bear?
Yes.
Then you're a teddy bear.
You shut up right now.
Okay, she's just gonna go to Maddie.
Vashtar is going to go see what Grodin found.
Garan.
Goran, sorry.
I try to make my villain scary. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, but the thing is, I made him to be the psychopath, and you just made him 10 times more sinister than I imagined him.
Oh,
Does the
Well,
party? Sorry, go ahead.
you go ahead. I was just gonna comment on something about you, but go ahead and you do your shit.
All right. So I just want to clarify: is the party now going to scatter the dust, or are you going to hold off on that for later?
I'm gonna hold off on that because I want to see what's going on with that chest with corpses that grew under.
Uh, Ivy's gonna ask Cedar to help her go investigate the bodies. Maybe they have some panther meat on. Who knows?
You're going to do what now?
She's gonna ask Cedar to help her investigate the dead bodies of the bandits because they might have panther meat on them. Who knows?
Okay. Roll investigate. Everyone roll for investigation on the corpses, unless you specifically don't want to.
I might as well look.
Sure.
Dirty 20.
Just his is for other stuff.
$14. I'm pretty
you
sure Ivy
emotionally
finds all.
right.
So far, it's making sense. Gora does not care about what he finds, and Zalatar is too emotional.
Yeah,
Who are you trying to
Vashtor.
say?
We're saying you're an emotional mess, Zalator.
And now I'm saying the roles fit the circumstances.
Nah. Yeah, you're saying that. I'm saying Zalator is an emotional mess.
With your investigation check, you see that they have been completely looted of valuables, except for a note in one of their pockets.
I find her, right? I'll
Yes, you
assume
do.
so. I check out the note. Um, hmm. Trying to think if it would make sense for Ivy to show them the note because I can assume who this is, but I don't want to metagame. But she's just gonna be like, guys, I think this is stolen stuff. I know it's stolen, but I think it's stolen from somebody who stole it. As she shows them the note.
Garan is an idiot elf sorcerer. Yeah, he looks to Vashtar.
I was about to do the same.
Vashtar is just glaring menacingly at this note, and he's gonna kind of like take a deep breath and go, Grund, you found something in that other chest? His left hand with the gauntlet is shaking. You could hear the clinking of the metal because he's trying to contain his rage as it's like shaking into a fist.
He says, "Yeah, goblinoid heads."
You you flip the note over, and there's more text.
Yeah, Vashtor, you're gonna have fun with this. Ivy just since Vashtor's glaring at it, she's gonna put it in his hand and just back off if he seems mad.
Definitely now want to go for this is out of character. Definitely now want to go for that Motheater so I can level up and I'll take 2 spells. No wait, the spells are fucking alright, yeah. Next level I should get 3rd level spells. I'm getting a dispel to prepare for that fight. Fuck Vashtar.
Got, Garun goes, but yeah, he shut the door when he was shut the lid when he was off to look at the note. He heads back and he kicks open the chest to show everyone what he meant.
You were all robo choppy, couldn't understand a word of it. Maybe it's me. Let me sign out and sign in.
It was not you, it was him. He basically said that he had closed the lid for the goblinoid heads and he just kicked it to open it up so anyone who wanted to look can look into it.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're confident you have found everything of value within that particular chest.
Alright, I gotta wait for Gurun to get back because he bounced out. Maybe he's trying to reboot his. There he is. So with him now back, Vashtar is going to hold out, hold up the folded tome and
Yeah,
basically say,
I didn't catch any of that if he said anything after he
uh,
talked about kicking open the chest.
I already told him what you did, so he didn't hear you. So I was relaying what you said. Uh, Discord hates him apparently. All right, so
Uh,
he's gonna hold.
God, is he still talking?
Who?
Zeno.
No, he's not talking. I'm talking. I already explained to him like what you said.
So, Goran, you kick open the chest for anyone else to investigate, but you're relatively confident that everything worth finding has been found, and you turn to your allies. What do you as a group want to do?
Vashtar is gonna hold up the folded poem and say, "So, I think Dalvazar may be in league with not just a female drow calling herself the Broodmother, but might have made a pact with Lolth, or what was the other deity?
You're from as elves. You have heard of both Lolth and Corlon.
Oh, I watched Davi Shapi's video. Yes, our elf god. Except that I don't worship anybody because I'm a rebel.
Vashtar's gonna be like, so yeah, I think we might be in over our heads, or we might have to make sure we stop whatever Dalvazar is planning with the drow before it gets out of hand.
Garund. He takes a look at the goblins, going, I feel like God, they dishonored my fellow goblinoids here. He nudges the chest of dismembered goblinoids in it, because Thus, man, thus we might end up. That's I don't know. We're probably gonna have to uh, put a hold on putting Tiger back where he came from.
That or
Agreed.
get the that or go to return Tiger and see about getting the Mothfolk Queen's aid, but then again, that's kind of doubtful with what little evidence we have. But
Uh, Ivy is just gonna put one and one together and just like, so the guy you're talking about, Vashtor, had stuff from that was stolen from each one of you guys' loved ones. Is that what's happening? She's asking in game that, by the way.
Vashtar is gonna nod, going, "It makes sense for him to come after me, and you
It
hold.
appears so.
It makes sense for him to come after me with all the stuff in my family, especially stuff that relates to my mother. But this is a new level of low for him to attack others. He's he's enjoying this far too much."
Gorund asks, so if if he has the if he was getting his hands on stuff like this, I have a feeling that he's going after everyone in the guard. Am I correct?
Well, I would assume so from what's been happening, but gladly, but unfortunately, I don't have people that I care about.
Neither do I.
So with all this information I have, do I need? Can I make an insight check or investigation check to kind of get inside what Dalvazar's mind, especially being as Vashtar knows him?
Absolutely. Roll for insight, and because he's part of your backstory and you know him very relatively well, roll with advantage.
Vashtor,
Yeah, I
bad.
saw. I saw that.
All right, Vashtar, roll insight with advantage. All right, personally, oh, that's not good.
Fucking hell.
Can I roll for dash for a check if I get bit?
Any of you can roll insight, but since you don't know Dalvazar, it is not with advantage.
I would say it's with disadvantage.
God damn, that is so terrible. I wish I had lucky.
Oh my god,
Ivy,
that's
give me your luck.
You want me to use luck for this?
You have one
Uh,
more.
Yeah, I have one more. Do you want me to use it, Vashtor? Do you think it's
Uh,
important? If you do, I'll use it.
I think you won't get as much information as I would, but if you want to go for it, go for it.
Yeah.
So, Ivy, you sit down, in the thinker pose and just absorb all of the evidence for a few moments. And you think about all the evidence and the fact that everything was written down with clear information, nothing was smudged or bloodied. All of this, all the notes weren't smudged or bloodied. You got a whole bunch of evidence at once. You're not sure what the hell is going on, but it seems far too convenient for all of this evidence to be in your hands at the same time by pure coincidence. This does not seem like chance.
This motherfucker is smart. Shit.
Diabolically smart. And
I
what's worse is
go ahead.
from what I can tell, he's making it personal.
I was just gonna be like, okay, so I clearly don't know whatever his name is as well as you, but don't you think it's a bit weird?
With him, I wouldn't be surprised to what he does. I mean, he is very hard to understand with how his mind works, but at the same time, the way he goes after people, it's almost too predictable sometimes.
Well, think about it like how I'm currently thinking about it. We found all the evidence that we need. Nothing, and I mean nothing, had any problems with it. We found something to direct each one of you guys, except me, and it just seems weird.
From the way you described it, it sounds like he's leading us on. He is begging us to go after him.
I think this is a trail for not, well, it was, I would have said for you, but I think he got all of us involved now.
Honest,
So it's up to you guys if you want to follow the trail or not.
honestly, I think we have a lead on where we can get more answers. As I hold up the powder for Flutter.
All right. Do you dispense the powder?
Wait, who had the thing that said something that was warning us against Flutter?
Uh, you knew something about Flutter as well as I did. I learned that Delvzar is working with Flutter or for whichever one, because it wasn't completely finished, but it was saying work. All right, so I will dispense the
Alright,
powder and
so
bring.
you're telling us that you're gonna summon Flutter, so I'm gonna ready action.
I'm going to dispense the powder and basically wait for her to appear.
All right. You see a Flutter appear before you, kneeling as if before a king, wearing this emblem on her shoulder. And you can hear her say, "I won't fail you. The revolution needs your power."
In response to that, I will say, the revolution is going to die. As I will start glaring at her, and I draw my sword and basically point it to her and say, "You have answers to questions I want."
You see Flutter look over, stand up, put her hands behind her back, and give you the most fucking smug, disgusting smile you have ever seen in your life. And she goes, "Would you like to know why you're not going to lay a finger on me?"
What was that?
Flutters, she stands up straight, puts on a smug smile, puts her hands behind her back, and she goes, "Would you like to know why you're not going to lay a finger on me?"
Okay.
Grund, pull, readies his, I'll call it the blood axe for this until it's completed. Going, let's find out.
She pulls out a palm-sized, cylinder of some kind with a button that she is holding her thumb on. Around her wrist, she has a sort of bracelet made out of fingers.
Hmm.
Excuse me?
Do we know what the button is? Can we discern what it's for?
Absolutely. Make a perception check to identify the severed fingers.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check on the cylinder.
I'm just gonna be here wondering what's happening around me.
17.
Okay, so with a 17, guess whose finger that is? I think you recognize it.
No. No, don't. No.
Gorund?
She's dead.
You know that what she is holding is a dead man switch. and it is locked, loaded, and wired remotely.
Goran goes, "Don't touch her." Whatever that although Goran does have an idea, but they might not like it.
Vasher's gonna look at the fingers and look back at her, going, "You lie. She's dead. I held her lifeless corpse in the tower."
Life, death, such fickle things.
Goran says, "Everybody back up."
What color is her hair?
You see that her hair has changed to purple since you last saw her, and there's a small chunk missing from her head.
Oh.
What?
Okay,
What?
is her finger on the dead man switch?
Yes, she's got her thumb firmly pressed on the dead man switch.
Don't touch her. Look at her head. It looks like someone already did.
Women are always fighters, aren't they, boys? But don't worry, they're sedated. They're safe for now. She jingles her bracelet of fingers and goes, "But they won't be writing any poetry anytime soon."
Vash starts slowly losing his cool at this and basically goes, "Hey," he doesn't back away. He's still standing his position with the sword still pointed at her and going, "Those fingers could have been looted from her grave. What and preserved. I need better proof than that she's alive. And don't tell me the trinkets I found are significant proof. Dalvazar could have stole those a long time ago and just laid them as a way to bait me to him."
She goes, "I mean, I don't think dead people move." And she holds up her bracelet, and the fingers start to wiggle on their own.
In actuality,
Can I roll an insight check to see if she's really being honest here?
Sure.
I was just gonna, since she haven't introduced herself, she's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm I."
Um, you're not able to discern what her plan is, but you're relatively confident that everything she said so far is true.
Goran, he, he has an idea. He has an idea, and it's a rather disgusting one.
I'm all ears. Let me have it.
He he walks a bit closer to her, and he says, "So we cannot touch you." Hmm? And he, dropping his shield, he grabs her hand, holding her thumb against the dead man's switch.
You can certainly goddamn try. Make either an athletics or an acrobatics check, and she will contest it.
As he makes a move, I'm gonna move in closer and just put the blade to her throat.
And
I
while
was
that's
gonna-
happening, I am going to slice down with my
No, this is me. This is mine.
I was gonna cut off her arm.
This is mine.
Ivy's just gonna be logical about this and back away a bit
If anything, I'm just trying to restrain her. That's all I'm doing.
with Theodore and Maddie because I don't want them to do dumb shit.
Okay.
No, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out Heretic, the Heretic brand.
This is mine. This is mine. This is my dumb idea. I'm gonna be so. Roll the the contest to contest.
All right, so if
Magic.
you're hold
You
on,
thought of
hold on,
yes, that.
Ivy, shut up. So if you're going to roll for athletics, she will contest it with an athletics check of her own, which she's not particularly great at. That is a nat 1. So you said you're going to grab her hand and hold the thumb down?
Yep. And then he pulls out his axe. If that thumb stays there, does it go off?
No.
I think I just touched you. And then he cuts her hand off.
Roll for hit with advantage.
I believe I was holding my action, wasn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't say what for. You just said hold action. You didn't say like if she attacks or if she appears. You didn't give a reason why you were holding it. You just said hold action.
All right. I'm sorry, Ivy. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. But no, with a 10, you miss, and she rips her hand out of your own, and the axe goes into the dirt. Ivy, what were you going to say?
Nah, Ivy was just looking at this and backing up with Cedar and Maddie because she knows it's the logical thing to do.
I think I just caused Flutter to piss herself.
I'm gonna take advantage of her surprise and go do what I said. Move in with the sword to her throat, but I'm also gonna put the hand with the arcane focus, the gauntlet, on top of her thumb with the button.
Okay, so you're moving up to her with the sword against her throat and doing what with the gauntlet?
So yeah, I let go of the button, but basically grabbing her hand with the button and just clenching my hand around her, keeping that thumb pressed onto the.
So you're trying to do the exact same thing that Goran did. Okay, roll for athletics or acrobatics. Up to you.
Don't you just love my idea? That idea?
Well, I'm trying to make sure that button doesn't get released at this point. I'm not gonna attempt to cut it off. I'm just using the sword to like keep her basically restrained.
Yeah, but can you imagine if that was successful?
12. Hopefully she can't beat that. Fucking Christ!
Nope. She goes, I'm sensing a little bit of hostility here, and this isn't going the way I wanted.
Solitar, if you have anything you want to do that you said you were trying to do, now would be your time.
Okay.
Salazar, it's your moment to shine.
I'm gonna bring out Guten Tag.
Golden dog.
It's Finnish, not German, if you're curious.
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to
Oh, you're going to go for a stun.
dash your opponent. A stun, yes.
I know exactly what you're doing. Roll it.
Perfect.
Actually, it's you. Or actually, yeah, never mind. It's me. Never mind.
Yeah, you have to roll to hit.
Roll fucking high, my man.
No!
Please tell me that hits.
What was with that fucking screech? Jesus.
You could use save face. You're a goblin. You're a hobgoblin.
True, save face.
You don't even know if that hit or not.
Relax. So, your attack hits. Roll damage. I have to make a Constitution saving throw of 10 plus your Strength bonus.
That's like 11.
What's your Strength bonus?
Fuck! My
You
strength is
passed.
+1.
All right. So you
But seeing how that's a bonus action, I can still hit her regularly.
she releases the button.
Goron's gonna grab Vashtar to try and get out of the radius of of any blast that might come.
What makes you think the blast is on her? It could be on fucking the people we care about.
Can I do poison spray? Wait, no, it's a gas.
Too late.
You hear. You
But
hear.
no, it was a bonus action. I still have an action.
You're not in combat.
God damn it!
You hear dozens of women's screams coming from the silk farm, and you can feel them echoing as if through a cave, perhaps underground somewhere. It's from the direction of the silk farm, the silkworm farm that you were at previously. And you can just hear dozens of women screaming and going silent.
And going what?
Silent.
Goron snarls.
You see the fingers fall still.
Vashtar's gonna run this bitch through.
Flame blade.
Goron is gonna go for a decapitation.
Roll it.
And I'm gonna go attack with my flame blade.
Everyone's going for this bitch now.
So everyone roll to hit or whatever.
Alright, I'm doing saving face. How many guys are around me? Four. Just enough to hit her. Ha!
All right. Vashtar, as you strike her with your short sword, your blade cuts through her, and you slice her diagonally. And as you see her smile and laugh as she is cut in half, and you see her decompose into snow.
Decompose into what?
Snow.
Arcana check.
Oh, fucking no! Vashtar would know that spell very well, unfortunately.
That is, you can confirm that was a simulacrum.
Yup.
He yells out, "Coward!"
You see, amongst the snow as it melts, a hook, a line, and a sinker.
Oh, fuck you!
Goron turns to Vashtar. Let's go Dalvazar hunting.
Unfortunately, we have no goddamn lead as to where he is.
He goes over to picks up the hook, line, and sinker. Maybe this will help us.
But you want to explain to him like what that fucking means? I know what it fucking means. It's a pun from you, unless it actually doesn't.
I have an idea of what it is. It basically means that you fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yes.
I would like to take this time to turn into a direwolf.
Okay.
Why?
Keen smell.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna smell that hook, line, and sinker and see if I can like track it back to where it was before. If that makes any sense.
Roll perception with advantage.
Perception.
That actually can work.
With advantage, yeah. Okay.
All you can smell is the snow. The cold air completely masks whatever scent may or may not be on the hook, line, and sinker.
Another war facepalm.
I tried.
Yeah, I just gave Godazire the very
I
bad
feel like
news.
we should just do a long rest and like.
War
Basher,
and high five for having no people to care about.
you're an ass. Bashar's gonna just start sneering, kind of sheath his short sword as he says, "Let's go hunt down that moth eater, and then figure out what we're doing from there."
Garun tosses the hook, line, and sinker to the ground before following suit.
All right. You noticed that it was just before noon earlier, but the sun in less than an hour has just dove towards the horizon. Day has passed way faster than it should, and it's also way darker than it should be for this time of night, for this time of day.
Hmm.
I'm still in my wolf form.
Vashar's gonna suggest that we take a rest, and as we're doing that, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
As you cast Detect Magic, the only thing that illuminates is the hook, line, and sinker.
Like, what kind of magic am I getting?
It doesn't appear that the item itself is magical, so much that it has residue from something that is.
Yeah, probably the Slackum. Alright.
Feel free to double check if you want to.
Yeah, you can always check the because detect magic basically tells you what school the magic is from.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to discern, but it's more like residue. Identify. I'll ritual cast it.
You ritual cast Identify.
Yep.
You are able to detect transmutation magic, and I'll even, since you're taking a lot of time to discern this, and this is something that your character would be good at, I'm going to give you this. This hook, line, and sinker was transmuted from a silkworm.
Do we have to go back? Is that where the fucking layer is at?
You did hear screaming from generally that direction.
Vashar's gonna like toss the hook, line, and sinker and basically say, "We need to head back to the slick farm."
Garun turns around. Why is that?
Well, let's just say I want to see if what Flutter said is true, and based off what I discerned from the hook, line, and sinker, the hideout might be there.
He grunts and turns around.
You see Maddie kind of, timidly raise her hand.
What do you want, Paige?
It's actually Maddie, but that's okay. I love you. So I was thinking, all signs are kind of pointing back where we came from, but whatever's over there is probably pretty nasty. Maybe it would be good to go, get a little bit stronger. Just a thought. Take it as you will.
I agree. Oh wait, I'm in the wolf still. Shit.
Vashar's gonna stop, look at Maddie, kind of like with a glare, but then look toward Ivy. Your thoughts? You're a part of this team too.
Uh, Hey, I gotta be honest with you. I was dozing off for the last 20 minutes, so I have no idea what's
Same
happening.
here.
So I'm just taking the majority wants.
Vashar's gonna kind of sneer and goes, looks over to Maddie. All right. And he's gonna walk over and kind of look her in the eyes. But know this: if we lose Dalvazar's trail, I'm only going to I'm going to blame you for the suggestion. Your logic is sound, but I know that Dalvazar will not stay put for long. As he walks past her and starts heading back to where we were originally going.
As you see Maddie start to gather wood and attempt to set up camp, and she goes, "You remember when we actually were face to face with Dalvazar and he just kind of vanished? Anybody know how he did that?"
Goran just shrugs his shoulders.
If I recall, it was a dimension door.
Didn't we get some sort of transportation scroll from the loot?
We did, but only 2 people can go at a time.
Huh, it's probably a coincidence.
Uh, Goran goes. He turns to Vashtar. When this happened?
Okay, this is making me question a lot of things now, Meta, but I mean, Zeno, fuck, what's wrong with me? But going back into character, this happened before we went and fought the Flame Motheater at the volcano. I'd say a day or two ago.
All right. He's gonna see if he can recall. He's gonna take a look at the scroll of Dimension Door. Take a look at how far the range is.
Alright, so you want to look at it?
You can read the language it's written in, and you can see that part of the rules of it is that it has a 500-foot range by default. And you also see a small message written at the bottom in what you assume to be red ink.
What does it say?
You have to really squint to read it, but it says, "I made this just a teeny bit stronger. See you soon. With love, D." You see that the maximum capacity for this spell has been increased to 10 people.
Goran goes. We might be able to get there faster. It says it can hold 10 people.
Vashar's just gonna look at this and notice that bit and be like, he's definitely baiting us. Well, I'd suggest before we actually go anywhere, we take a short rest to recover whatever we need. I essentially want to take a 4-hour rest thanks to trance. That'll be a long rest for me.
Oh my god, same these.
Oh, all I need is a short rest to be back in the fight.
Yeah, because warlocks are also like that with short rests, but spellcasters like me needs a long rest, and thank God for wood elves. Well, thank God for elves in general with that
Yeah.
racial feature.
4 hours of sleep is like 8 hours for them other humanoids.
So does everyone agree to a short rest?
I agree to it. Oh, the funny thing is, I only really casted one spell, and I'm still in fighting form.
Well, so am I, but I used up a lot of my second level spell. Zoltar, stay awake.
I said yes.
I didn't hear you, so that's why I was asking. Okay, so I guess it's unanimous. So we would like to take a short rest. With
As you all take a short rest, you see Maddie pull out her viol, and start to play a song of rest. And you feel that this spell has a boosted power. You all gain the benefits of a long rest in just 60 minutes.
nice.
In this 60 minutes, the sun has gone from late afternoon to right over the horizon. Like, something is clearly fucking with either time or the sun, or something's not right.
Vashtar's gonna get the scroll out and look at everyone, going, "Ready?"
He raises his axe.
She is just readies her new bow.
Zoltar.
Born ready.
How many people can it take?
10.
Yep.
Okay, great. So
So we're
you can
taking.
come with us.
So we're taking everyone with us, Maddie and Cedar. All right. So
Yes.
Vashtar's gonna cast Mage Armor, get that at the ready now, and he's going to use the scroll of Dimension Door, to get us back to the Silk Farm.
I'm sorry, you said you're going to use the Scroll of Dimension Door to go back to the Silk Farm?
Yep.
It's several miles away. The range of this scroll is 500 feet. The scroll also fails to activate when you attempt to use it.
Wait, what?
It's several miles away. You walked for several hours to get to where you are.
Yeah, but okay. I guess we'll close the gap then, going back that way to then use it.
Maddie goes, shouldn't we try to get stronger before we go confront them?
Okay, so let me guess. Dimension Door. Yeah, are we within range of the other location?
No, definitely not. This does not appear to be the time or place to use this scroll.
Okay, fair enough. So we're fucking going to the one place then.
Alright, so you're able to get to the diorama without incident, and the closer you get, you start to hear an increasing number of moans and wails and just soft, sad voices coming from within. So as you get closer, you don't see anything immediately threaten you, and you show that the front door is actually also slightly ajar.
All right.
Since we don't have Gozar, Garund will take point.
Vashtar will keep up the rear.
Um, As you get closer, you see a placard that says Insect Museum Diorama.
What was the last thing you kind of stopped talking after you said insect museum and something?
Diorama.
Ah, and I guess Ivy wants to stop here for today.
All right.
I'm just staying sleepy. If you guys want to continue, go ahead. Don't let me stop you. I'm just
Well,
sleepy as
I I think Zalatar is on the same boat as you, but honestly, I think if we lose another person, we're gonna have quite the fucking disadvantage, considering how Meta described this. I mean, Xeno, fuck my life.
Time.
Yeah, well, we should wait until next time.
Time we have Theory.
Fairy and go to
Also,
Zara.
if somehow Samantha is raised from the dead and then dead again, Zaltar's gonna lose his shit and kill everything.
I think Vasher's gonna feel. He remembered holding her body, his mother's body. So
Well, from what Zaltar was told, Samantha was killed by a well-known bandit. Nothing more. But she was dead. She did see him. He did see her die.
okay,
So
I was gonna say if
yeah.
you were just told, then you could have been misled.
No,
But
I
if you,
wasn't misled. I saw her dead body.
yeah. Also, Gizrael, what are we gonna do? I tried tagging him. He's currently fucking online. So
What?
I was asking Zeno, what are we gonna do about Gizrael? Because he's currently online. Just he's
He's been
not
online.
on. I know.
Gizrael specifically told me he was going to miss a few sessions.
Okay, I wasn't aware.
All right, so are we calling it a night?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go and pause the
Yes,
recording.
sir.